I'm here with two former legends.
Where's the bloke? It's half time.
We talk to a bloke about football. Where's the bloke?
Go and get the bloke, love. Come on, get the bloke.
Where's the bloke?
Where's the bloke, love?
Where's the bloke?
Get the bloke, love. Get the bloke.
You've got a fucking day to get 3 points!
But Tottenham, it's the history of the Tottenham.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Yo. Welcome to Blokes. Today is January 23rd. A month ago was one of the best days of the year every year. Bonus points to you guys if you guys can guess what that is.
I already know what it is. You just think of how conceited Maresh is, and then you'll guess it.
A month ago, I turned 28. You know, it's my birthday.
I was like, what the? Jeez.
Shit.
Tries to sneak his birthday date in on almost every episode. He's at 4 or 5 out of the 20.
Just wait till 3 episodes from now. Anyway, speaking of that, Ethan, episode 20.
Venti.
Give it to us.
Knew it.
No, that's Italian. You did it the Italian way. Venti. No.
Starbucks. Venti.
No, it's not the Starbucks.
No, bro. Starbucks in Spanish.
Venti.
God.
Am I wrong? Is that not it?
Venti.
Oh my god.
I thought it was like 20.
We're getting phonetically correct on this show now? What the hell?
I mean, you were, if we want to get into phonetics, you've been wrong every week. I'm just trying to be a little bit more strict as we get into another range of numbers that we'll see through the next 10.
Kind of a witch hunt that I'm being ousted this week, as opposed to
everyone's always against you. You got the world's smallest violin. I said it last week. I stand by it.
You know.
But January 23rd, coming to you live from 3 separate locations, as per usual. Fellas, how was your weekends? How were the weekends?
It was great for me. I had a fun time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was?
I started off on Saturday. I woke up at 5 a.m. on Saturday for no reason. And then it was just couldn't fall asleep.
Early bird.
By the time I couldn't fall asleep, it was 6. And then it was Chelsea playing in an hour and a half. And in that hour and a half, little would I know that I would see. Again, I said this last week about João Felix. Little would I know I'd see 5 titles in the next 5 years unfold before my very eyes. But that just seems to be the vision at Chelsea Football Club right now. And thank God we didn't do that podcast a couple weeks ago when they lost to Fulham, I think it was, when I was about ready to fire off the Potter out.
Was it the tip of your fingers?
Yeah, it was on the tip of my tongue. But, I mean, now you're starting to see the vision. I'm seeing tweets. We should start building Benoit Badiashile statues. Mudryk, I'm seeing, frankly, as a big Eden Hazard fan, a lot of disgusting claims that he's Hazard-esque, but that's fine. I will take it, but, I mean, I don't really think one weaving run through the box does that, but it was enough to convince me that Chelsea are set up perfectly for the future. So,
bro, I'm not even trying to dick rub right now. He was nice the way he won the way he weaved in and out. He set up pretty much all of the scoring chances.
Listen, I knew he was good the second that James Milner had to put in a Brexit tackle on the motherfucker and just absolutely tried shattering his legs on his first touch.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely love the spin zone of that from the British media being like, welcome to the Premier League, young lad. It was like, no. James Milner, time to retire, fella.
Yeah, that was James Milner career-saving tackle because otherwise Mudryk's in on goal and he's celebrating in front of the fucking away fans at Anfield. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, before he came on, though, it was it's a pretty rubbish match, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but hey, Chelsea have been a pretty rubbish side so far this year.
Same with Liverpool. What has happened to Mo Salah? Where is he? What have they done with him? Or was he never good? I don't know.
Yeah,
What's going on there? He's pretty shit.
Listen, you lose all credibility the moment you get pocketed by Mark Cucurella. So, that man was a ghost all game. And even I mean, like Gakpo. Where was Gakpo? He had one nice spin in it and shot, but nowhere. That's what I'm saying. These signings, I was getting ready to send the Woody meme, the hold up, let him cook, if we had won. About Graham Potter, which I'm still hold up, let him cook now, but it's kind of just goes to prove I've been right every single episode we've done this podcast, saying that if you're Potter out, you're kind of brain dead. You got to give the man time, because once you give a manager time, you can start to see the vision unfold. And he had a terrible situation. He's getting signings. Bro. They're looking better. So,
bro, I know you didn't just say hold up, let him cook about Graham Potter.
Yeah,
bro, you fucking Bro got to register at fucking Crate and Barrel, man. He had no misses on that registry. He put the fucking stainless steel, all-clad Le Creuset on there. Bro got the finest equipment to chef with. What are you fucking talking about? Let him cook. Bro should have been able to cook with the fucking squad he had.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
No, it's
bro.
what you're saying. It's like if
I was
Ramsey, like
bro, more well equipped than fucking Wolfgang Puck in the kitchen.
Yeah,
God damn.
Dude, literally every time I try to get a nice tweet of like Chelsea's transfers, like to speak about on the pod, and then there's like a fucking another one, so I have to find like another tweet that like incorporates the new one.
You see the BR football animation that they did about Todd Bowley's transfer?
Yeah, but I absolutely detest the BR football account in general.
I hate BR football, but that was brilliant. I laughed very hard.
Hey man. I'm having a great time. This is.
But it's got him at 600 million euros this year, or 593.
Okay, it's not coming out of my pocket. What the fuck do I care?
No, I don't care. It's just like,
bro, if it was coming out of your fucking pocket and this is how we record our podcast, we'd have some serious fucking conversations to have.
You don't know my connections.
We wouldn't be recording this podcast. Please. We'd be robbing Ethan.
Please. But yeah, again, it's just affirmation that I've been correct this whole time, that it's just a time thing. You need to let these things breathe. And, I'll see you guys next year when we're...
Are you saying a 0-0 draw against Liverpool is cooking, though? Like a struggling Liverpool?
Yeah, I think that's looking at it...
Did you come out of it
I think that's
positively?
looking at it ridiculously in the small scope of things. Like...
Listen, my takeaways from my point of view were you're able to get out of there with points, regardless of what the sides looked like. Going to Anfield and coming away with points is always kind of a win. They've historically been tough to do that. Second, you got to play.
There,
yeah, we can talk about that, but like you got to play some new guys, right? Like you got to start Badiashile, and he looks early like he could be, and I've been reading this on Chelsea Twitter, a Rudiger replacement. They finally found their guy. And to be fair, he looked classy.
I don't know if he's like as aggressive or as like strong in his tackles as a Rudiger, but he is looking to be a very good, lively, wins aerial battles center back. Like every corner kick he was in the mix. That first goal that Havertz scored that got called offsides.
But he's young.
He was on he won that initial header. Like he was getting in the mix on all those offensive corners and stuff. So
that's what I'm saying. He's got time to come into his personality, become stronger. Like Rudiger probably wasn't like that early in his career.
I don't think people are given credit. Like we played an outrageous lineup that game.
Well, why does Havertz keep starting?
Havertz keeps Maresh.
That was going to be my next takeaway. It was like, you got to figure that out.
We have 18-year-old left back Lewis Hall starting in the center of the park. It was like
Chilwell will be back soon, but
he was not great playing
Lewis Hall.
Yeah, in the center of the park, he was giving the ball up, but he's a fucking 18-year-old playing away at Anfield. What do you expect?
Yeah, but where you guys are right now reminds me of when United were fucking trotting out Brandon Williams every fucking week.
No, I wouldn't say
you've got some time.
We're on like if you wanted to compare it to United, it would be like trotting out.
Bro, we finished top
James. Like he's better than them.
We finished top 4 with Daniel James. Didn't we finish second in the league with Daniel James?
No,
that's you were in like 9th place.
I'm just saying I think he's good, like decent enough. It's just like we have nobody, like nobody's fucking healthy.
Stat correction, 10th place, James, let me know. We were never in 10th place with Daniel James. As bad as the United squad has ever been, never in 10th place.
We have fucking 18 games left to play, Maresh. Stop talking to me about 10th place.
I don't know why he's leading off this pod dunking on Chelsea. I feel like he has a tendency to do that. We could have started off this game just chronologically with the most recent game after our last recording, which we should talk about after we wrap up here, because you need to talk about this Palace game.
I mean, what do you want me to do? We were coming off a couple days rest. They threw that game on our schedule a few weeks ago and just said, hey, you have to play them. In between playing City, then we went to Palace away, and then we were going to have to play you lot 3 days later. Arsenal fans been licking their chops. It was an excuse for Casemiro to get another yellow card. They knew if we trotted him out there, he was going to pick up the yellow.
Maybe not.
And you know what? You know what? I touched upon this with Ethan. There's corruption in this league. They're out to get us. I don't know. They don't want to see us succeed. There's corruption.
It's literally, Maresh, as I said before the show when we were talking, that same conversation. I think it's literally impossible to say that when Rashford's goal was given the week prior.
It's not corruption. It's corruption against City. That's what I was trying to say. If I'm a City fan, City, I'm upset. And shout out to your cousin. And I'm here for you, Andrew, because this league is fucking corrupt. What they're doing to try and allow this potsy Arsenal team. Gabriel Magalhaes deserves the biggest kick to the nuts I've ever seen. He's the most useless player on the pitch for that club. Who got sent back to fucking Spain.
I have some news for you.
We can talk about the Arsenal game in a second, but we're talking Crystal. We're talking Crystal right here.
Yeah, well, we were up. We didn't play like we were gonna win. We didn't play very well in the second half. We got that early goal, and it was classic United performance from the last 5-10 years. You get up, and then you just sit in a fucking box pretending like a 1-0 lead is going to beat a team on the road. It's not. And that's what happened.
Well, I mean, you would hope.
And also, Olise fucking scored a worldie.
Yeah, we have to say it.
I mean, in his whole post game presser about I don't celebrate when I score goals. Does a postman celebrate when he delivers the mail? That's fucking awesome. Hats off to him.
That's a cold quote.
That's cold as fuck. That's what Ethan Camps wishes he was.
They didn't want to win that game.
That's Ethan Camps.
As simple as it comes, Mresh. They did not want to win that game.
They wanted to win the game, I'm sure. The Casemiro's incident there, when it happens, changes a big effect of the game.
But that's when you get a player like Casemiro, you have to account for the fact that someone with his level of aggression on tackles is gonna miss games due to suspensions. You would just hope it's not the biggest game of your season up until this point. But listen, it comes with the territory.
We've had bigger games.
You hire a guy who is world renowned for snatching souls with his just killing people on tackles. Yeah, he's gonna get suspended.
Yeah, listen, it's another use case. It's another point in the need to back Ten Hag in the market.
Scott McTominay had bigger games, but that was your reset.
Yeah, Scott McTominay is not good. But yeah, you're right. You guys are right. It was an important game and an important run. But in the last 9 games, with the amount of wins and then a loss and a draw, I'm not mad about the form that we're in.
There's something about United. I feel like they just don't create that many quality offensive chances. I feel like they don't have. They're not very good at breaking teams down and scoring goals like that. Even the Fernandes goal that game was kind of just bouncing ball, put it away. It's there's never a time where it's I feel confident Man United's offense setting up in the opposition half and breaking them down and getting good balls into the box to somebody's going to tap them in. I feel a lot of United is so much reliant on not necessarily the miracles, but the running behind the entire defense, the pull up from 25 yards, hit a wonder goal, the bouncing ball, Lisandro Martinez loops over everybody. That type of shit is what Man United's relying on. I don't feel they break down defenses very well.
I think you're not wrong, but I think they're a lot better than where they were 4 months ago, even at the beginning of the season. They couldn't break down anything. At least you see them against other teams, like weaker teams, breaking them down a little bit better. They're getting there. I think what it started with,
I mean,
and the way
there's
that
always
Ten
been a
Hag
call for
is,
quality, though.
yeah, and then I think the way that Ten Hag has set up this team is very strong at the back. Defensively, they're quite good. And then they do use their pace on the wings to make the counterattack, which is where a lot of the scoring opportunities have come for United. They play off the ball pretty well defensively and then counter. They're not like even Arsenal, who's being known as this team this year to control and possess the ball.
Yeah.
They're not there yet. I think next year, I think we'll be there.
Like
For the first time since Fergie, in my opinion, we'll be back there. We have not been there since Fergie.
Like I sit here and I think, well, Mourinho, please. I sit here and I think to myself.
Again, even then we weren't there.
Well, second place. Even then, I sit to myself and think, like, could I even picture like Antony breaking down a left back, doing him in, getting to the byline, and playing a good hard-driven cross into the box for like insert strike, Weghorst to get on the end of and tap it in.
No, Antony is rubbish, man.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like they don't have that individual quality. And I've been seeing a lot, or not a lot. I saw a couple tweets that's like, oh, the Dutch league, the Eredivisie. It's one of those words I can't say. Eredivisie. There you go. They can't keep getting away with this, frankly. They can't keep getting away with selling these fucking players to Premier League clubs for massive price tags. Bergwijn, Ziyech, Antony, like they can't keep getting away with it.
You want to talk about your newest addition? You just got another winger from the fucking from PSV. Oh, but he's the exception. My bad.
No, I didn't say that. Guilty until proven innocent in the world of soccer, unfortunately. So,
yeah, it was an unfortunate game. I just think the other problem is like, yeah, there's not a lot of quality in the squad. I think Ten Hag said it in every presser post game. Like, he's running the same lineup every week. These guys are fucking exhausted, and we're about to enter a stretch where, with all the tournaments we're in, there's going to be like a shit ton of games, like 3 games a week between Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao, and Prem. It's going to be a haul. And so I think for him, he's going to have to figure out which one is most important to him at some point, because he can't trot out the same lineup for 3 games a week.
No, exactly.
And this is where you're going to, and I think this is now where you're going to start to see other teams who, because even then, like Arsenal are going to have to start playing 3 tournaments, right? FA Cup, Europa League, Prem League. You're going to have to start to see the depth in teams where even Arteta has been getting away running the same lineup. Ben White picked up an injury. Hopefully it's not too serious for them. But these coaches don't have a whole lot of quality in their squad where they're playing the same guys. I mean, they add Trossard. He's big. Can finally back up Martinelli or Saka. But like,
I'm glad you mentioned that, Maresh. What is he? 30.
Wait, let's not.
Leon Trossard on 250,000 pounds a week. Outrageous.
We'll save him because we want to get through the rest of the games and we'll talk about the transfers. But United obviously 1-1 draw away to Palace, and then that brought us into the weekend where we then had
we had City Tottenham on Thursday. We had Tottenham up 2-0.
I was licking my chops.
Is this really happening? What's going on? He's tweeting like,
God, like stop making me sound
Emerson
like a little
Royale
girl.
going up too.
Murash, it's funny.
I mean, you're tweeting about Emerson Royale.
Texts in my head in a little girl's voice.
That's so nice of you, Ethan. Next time you sleep on the couch, I am going to pee on you.
About some more City downfall. If some little shenanigans went down in this game, I would be perhaps more on your side in the rigged against City narrative. But they did come back.
What are you going to say? I mean,
in the second half.
Even Tottenham kind of locked up the robot for a bit, and then it was up to Riyad Mahrez to fucking save them. It's just like, I mean, that 23-minute spurt from halftime on, that was insane. I hope everyone was watching that because that was fucking awesome to watch. They just were insane. And Grealish played defense. It was wild to see.
He put a job in. He put a shift in.
I'm
just glad that Spurs lost, honestly. I was like...
Do anything for the badge. I wouldn't
Yeah,
exactly
no, that was
peg Jack Grealish as that type of player, but credit to it. Well,
no. That's why I'm giving him his flowers. See, I never thought I'd see the day
yeah,
he's running back. He's putting in a full
yeah,
fucking
he's doing
shift,
a
and I was like,
job
oh,
on
am I?
at left back. Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah. But yeah, unfortunate for Spurs, but that is the choke artist that they are. What are you gonna do?
It's
Nothing
the
you can do
history
when
of
you're
the
Spurs.
Tottenham. Of the
It is
Tottenham.
the history of the Tottenham. James's
Oh, what's
favorite
going
video
around?
clip.
Yeah, Saturday was
Uh,
a lot of ties, though, following that. A lot of ties. A lot of
yeah,
ties
big ties for the
across the
middle
board.
to bottom of the table as well. You see Brighton and Leicester draw. You see the Bournemouth Nottingham Forest draw, and the Crystal Palace and Newcastle draw. So, did you guys watch the Newcastle game at all?
I feel like I watched the second half of that game because I think
What's going on with Newcastle? They kind of cooled down since the break.
they don't score. That's the problem. They keep balls out of their net at a great rate, but they don't score.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Do you think, and they didn't make any moves in the winter window, do you think with their current team that they can hold this top 4 position through to the end of the season?
Yeah, honestly, because they don't have any European games. They don't have any. They just focus on the league. They have the League Cup
Yeah,
semifinal
true.
coming up.
I
But
forgot
they don't
about
have
that.
much else after that. So they could just kind of hunker down. And if they do what they're doing, which is just allow nobody to score, they haven't allowed a goal since before the World Cup.
Yeah. They
They
haven't won since October.
they just
And
gotta
it was in a 4-1 win.
if they just don't let teams score, they'll easily keep it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good
Crazy,
point about the. I forget about the matches that they have left. So, and you know what? I think their strategy might be just get a top 4 win, get the stipend from European football, and then the Saudi money,
They
let
don't
it
need
rain.
a stipend, Maresh. They need
Yeah,
no
it's not even
stipend.
about
But
this type
but the
more the
ownership then
attraction of
has
midweek
more.
play.
No.
Because then you can have more guys and more, more
It
mixing of the
explains
squad.
the spending a bit more. They don't want to pay for them
Yeah.
to just
I guess justifies their
Yeah.
spending. Yeah, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
What other games were there? Aston Villa picks up a W, the most confusing team in the Premier League, and
Might
then
pass the
City.
Chelsea soon. We'll see.
Yeah,
They're right behind Chelsea, I think, by a point in 11th.
and they always get up for big games, like City, United, Chelsea. They get up for big games. City did the 3-0 on Wolves, who are looking more and more likely to get relegated by the week. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, to finish up Saturday, West Hampton beat Everton, and then Frankie got
Oh
sacked.
yes, that set up the sack.
that was a depressing moment. I actually saw the clip. I don't know if you saw it. It was going around before the game of him arriving at the London Stadium and all the Everton fans talking to him like, "Oh yeah, Frank, we know you're going through a hard time, yeah." And they're all like tapping him up and stuff. And he looks so rattled. And this is how terrible my brain is and how stupid my brain works.
Oh,
I saw that
Mans is
clip.
going Gary Neville for this.
I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
he's
Everton
going full Gary.
this game," and I bet Everton. But boy, did they not come to this.
I was secretly sitting there hoping for the infamous double sack after a draw to see pathetic little David Moyes and Frank the Tank go at the same time.
David Moyes, what a man!
Fuck David Moyes.
The greatest Scottish manager of all time, I'd reckon.
Yo, you really ready to catch these fucking hands?
No, I couldn't even name another one.
Bro. You're instigating. I know what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything. All right, so let's get into this next game here. The one everybody's been waiting for. Red v Red, bloke versus bloke. First in the
Bloke v
league versus
bloke.
third in the league.
Yes, sir.
Manchester United Red Devils traveling away to the Gunners at the Emirates.
Give us your synopsis, Ethan. Walk us through the game.
Yeah.
All right, I'll walk you.
As a neutral. as a neutral,
As a neutral,
who absolutely can't stand either side winning.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford scored like a close my eyes and just kind of hit it as hard as I can towards the goal, and that went in. So that was cool. Who equalized for you guys? Saka? No, Saka scored
Eddie.
the second goal, maybe.
Eddie.
Eddie scored.
Nketiah, the header. A lot of Nketiah haters
header.
out there. I actually don't mind him. I think he's a bit of a target man, a finisher, if you will. I can always respect a man like that. Then Arsenal go up 2-1. Saka with a wonder goal.
Oh, that's a wonder goal. Oh, okay.
That was just a rivet.
Let him finish.
Yeah, Saka with a nice finish. Hottest winger in the league right now. Not much you can do about it.
Pause.
Then the little boy Lissandro. I have to listen to this. So little boy Ethan, not little boy Ethan.
Pause again.
Normal Ethan. He's sitting in his bed as a neutral, as Maresh.
Pause again.
Watching this game.
Bro got bed sores the way he lounged in that bed.
I'm sitting here watching.
He
this
stays
game.
in that.
Lissandro Martinez scores, and Maresh starts taking shots at a bystander walking across the sidewalk. He just started. He pulled out the gun and just started firing at anybody he saw. I didn't say anything. He said, "How little is the little boy now, Ethan? Oh, the butcher, the butcher, the butcher." That was.
I don't think I've ever even called him the butcher. I think
that's a lie.
No, I said the butcher.
That's
when
a
when he's
lie, Maresh.
I texted when he scored against us. I was like, the butcher.
But that
he said the butcher. All I said was, how little is he now, Ethan?
You've said the butcher a gazillion times, Maresh. I'm willing to guarantee that on this program. And so
no, he has said it before.
Is that a number you're going to hang your hat on?
Yeah,
a gazillion?
Exactly.
Well educated.
And so the ball's just bouncing around, and he just like gets the. I mean, to be fair to him, I guess he hit it perfectly because it goes into this looping animation where it just goes over everybody. Nobody could get it, and then the man celebrates like he's won the World Cup in
this goofy ass little headband.
When he did just win the World Cup, actually. So you'd think he knows what it's like, but and then Eddie again wins the game. I was depressed. I texted a friend of mine who's an Arsenal
in the 90th
fan.
minute.
I said word for word. I might have even said this in our group chat. I said this is the most physically ill I've felt after a non-Chelsea match in my life. And it is.
Why? Because both teams looked really quality and years ahead of yours.
Please. Your team looked like 75% quality for 70 minutes. In the last 20 minutes, they decided to stop.
Did I just trick you into giving Arsenal a compliment then?
No, I'm saying Man United didn't even show up for the last 20 minutes. Fucking fraud.
Listen, same team, 3 matches in 7 days. They were gassed. They gave everything they could. As your coach likes to say every time they lose, the boys gave everything. The boys, they gave everything.
That's where you rely on your manager to, put his nuts on the table a little bit, make a decision.
I agree.
People aren't.
I agree. Listen. I'm in the camp where this is the first time where I questioned a little bit of his decision making. Why not bring in Garnacho at halftime the way Antony was playing? The turnover machine that he was. He couldn't even cook fucking Gabriel, bro.
I've been seeing
get him off the
Gabriel's been getting some flowers. I've been seeing from Arsenal fans lately. I'm indifferent.
He's good. He's good passing, but he definitely has some really big mistakes he makes defensively. Like he's a good facilitator, but he has made some just atrocious marking mistakes.
Yeah, you're not going to address the way that the best center defensive midfielder in the league apparently got absolutely walked by MBE Rashford. You know who's going to talk about that? Like, sit down with the fucking Partey fucking.
I'm not on the Partey train.
I wasn't on that. I think he was poor in that.
I just wanted to make a public statement there that he got absolutely walked.
I mean, I listed two other CDMs in my team of the season.
I know. I wanted to throw that out there to any listeners. Get out of here with that.
He should be playing way better. He's just he's getting fucked up and walked around on.
overall, split the season. We defended our turf. You defended your turf. It's two tough places to go and get dubs. I'm not mad at where we are. It was a great game. I would have loved to see a W.
Question.
You know, I don't write the league. I don't write the way that these games foil out, or you know, I don't write that.
Question,
so I'm
Marash.
just a consumer. What's up, Camo
Question
Man?
over here.
Barely see him.
So I just remembered this now. You're sitting here belly aching about agenda. Lest we forget that Man United beat Arsenal the first time on a very controversial VAR decision.
Bro, we still won 3-1 even. We had another goal that we scored.
That changed the entire tide of the game, but neither here nor there.
Okay, thank you, Ethan.
We won the match.
Neither here nor there.
They didn't even. First of all, they didn't even check Zinchenko. They only checked Eddie.
Dude, come on, bro.
Bro, Zinny was off.
Do you think you?
Listen, I don't make the rules. I hate the fact that I don't make the rules. Like, as if I made the rules, we could have an educated conversation about this. Because, like, I'd be a rule maker, and you'd also be like...
If I remember correctly, they did check him.
The thing is that we didn't make the rules.
The center back
can't have that kind of conversation. You know, like, we gotta abide by what they do. It's tough. I don't know. I can't... My hands are tied. I don't know.
You're going to complain about the goal without even, like, complimenting it? Like, another poacher's goal, target man goal.
Oh, because everyone's comparing him to Thierry Henry. That's why I can't condone anything.
What do you mean?
That's offensive to Thierry Henry. They literally, did you not watch the fucking post-game presser with him and Saka? The fucking reporter goes, flashes of Thierry Henry, and then Saka starts laughing like a little schoolgirl going, Henry. It was disgusting to watch. God, it's disgusting.
Gross. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot to give him a 14 shirt. That was...
Yeah, well, he's living up to it right now.
About that, and
fair
play. They gave him a bag too. So
fair play, great win for you guys. You defended the Emirates. No losses, but a draw.
Should have definitely got a substitute on like way earlier. Second half, we were playing well, like in the first 15, 20 minutes, and it was just stagnant. We weren't really getting any good attacks in. And then, like, finally we made it a change. Like, it didn't matter who it could have. Like, they could have put fucking anyone on. Martinelli needed to come off way earlier.
I will say...
He was kind of decent in, like, the first 30 minutes. I think he was trying real hard, and he expends, like, a lot of his energy trying to fight Basaka over there. And then, he was cutting in a little bit, but I don't know.
I will say
near
this.
The end, he had to go.
Everybody has been...
60th. 65th.
I will say this. I got a lot of texts from Arsenal fans this week about how about their wingers and everything, and how they weren't going to be able to handle Saka, Martinelli. Make no mistake, the first Eddie goal is all Wan-Bissaka's fault. Outside of that, he pocketed Martinelli. Where was Martin? I mean, he gets the assist, but he didn't really do much else.
And well, the other winger, Saka, just.
First 45, Saka was locked. Second 45, different question. Luke had a fucking double at halftime. What do you mean? He blocked like he was in front of Saka.
I'm just saying it's a 90-minute game.
I know, and we're not taking into account that he went into the fucking dressing room and had some bangers and mash, came out a little full. You saw him looking extra thick in the second half.
Man, we came out with Tomiyasu that he was not looking good back there. I gotta say that he was.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Ben White.
Lost. He was spun around. He was doing all sorts of like bad control out of the defense. He was giving bad passes. It seemed like once Ben White stepped out, we definitely stepped down a little bit, which wasn't great to see.
Yeah. Well, we got our 2 matches out of the way. Do you still have? You still play Chelsea this season? What are your Big 6 matchups left? 2 against City, 1 against...
Yeah, we still got 2
Newcastle.
City. Yeah, if we're counting them now.
Well, the only 2 you're done with are Spurs and United, right?
Yes. And we haven't started City yet. I know, I was looking at it later, so we have a pretty rough drag right at the end. So we're away. This is like down in April. We're at City, home. So we have Chelsea at the Emirates, and then we play
It's up to you,
Newcastle and we
Ethan.
play Brighton.
Mudrick
So we're at
redemption. I'm
Newcastle.
calling.
Listen, they
You know
came
what?
in Stamford
Mud-
Bridge and skated away with like such a shitty 1-0 victory. They didn't even look good that game. Once in April, we're talking April now, so Mudrick's gonna be on the team for that long.
This is April. Yeah, this is like the end of April.
It
April
would be
29th.
listen. I will say this: no matter how bad Chelsea are, they always have a say.
Hold on. Are you about to
They
do
always
another
have a
Ethan
say in the
Camps
title race.
guarantee?
They are going, in my mind, storybooks writing itself. We beat Arsenal to give City the champions, to give them the league, and boom, there you go. Has it against Spurs
nothing.
to give Leicester the league.
I will say this: in all my years watching, Fergie,
We have
Wenger,
Liverpool a little earlier that week.
I never had such hate for Wenger. Like I didn't like mind. Like the only thing I ever said about him was like sometimes he looked constipating, sitting there in the stands like this. He looked like this, sitting there all the time. But fucking, I tweeted this, and I fully back it verbally. We need Mourinho in this league to come and give fucking Mikel 2 fingers in the eyes. That guy is out of bounds on the sideline. He is so annoying to watch.
Shut up, dude.
He is so annoying to watch.
He was an annoying fucking player to watch, Mirage.
I remember.
So it's not really.
It's
that
just
shocking.
like you'd think growing up, have
Like
a family,
wasn't like doing the same
becoming
stuff, or like Jose wouldn't do. Like they're just causing menace. Like Pep was.
no.
You see
dude,
the
we
bottle
haven't
that
seen
kicked that dude
this.
in the head?
We haven't
What's
seen
it?
this. in a bit.
What's he doing, bro? Just yelling at a ref?
He got a fucking
You
yellow.
got a yellow. So what, bro?
Bro, he's just running around like it's. I'm not the only one saying it.
He got a
Use your fucking internet.
I'm
Look it
saying,
up.
but like, what's he get? Like, okay, he got warned.
It's like even as a neutral when I watch you guys, it's fucking annoying to watch. If I was a player, I'd go over, kick him in the balls.
It's annoying because you lost, bro. It's okay.
I'm not even talking about it.
I'm personally happy because I think this game just kind of puts an end to Maresh's fake title aspirations. Like I couldn't do 18 more episodes of this show, like with Maresh coming in here thinking he's gonna win the title with that team United have. Like I couldn't do it.
I think he's still gonna get back to that point.
Bro. Listen, this brain.
I
it
think
moves.
he still might be there. Still,
it's always.
He's like, well, they gotta play City twice.
Listen, me and a friend, he will remain nameless because I don't want to dox him, but he's betting on you guys. He's talking about, there's a lot of games left. You're going to draw any point missed here. There's a big point missed.
Yeah, I wonder who that guy is. He must be really beautiful and have really great blue eyes, but he's hit the nail right on the head there. They will probably end up dropping points. Every team will. That's a guarantee. Every team will drop points at some point, but it's what the other teams can do.
I think if this team goes one loss to United and one draw to Newcastle as their final record, I'm gonna call bullshit and I'm gonna go fucking break into the FA and figure out who the story writer was.
James Cameron.
Because that guy, I don't know how that got through so many approvals that fans would believe that this team went from 5th, 8th, 5th
Dude,
to
but
now.
Leicester won. Fuck off.
And that was an anomaly. Nobody saw that one. Dude,
really,
and you guys gave it to him. You gave it to him on a silver platter.
I was lagging behind a second there. Were you just saying like how this is like?
He's like, no one could write this story.
No, I didn't say it was inspirational.
He's saying the FA story writers are.
I'm saying that this is ludicrous that all of a sudden Arsenal go 5th, 8th, or 8th, 5th, and now they're like the best team losing once.
What did you expect them to go down? It was only going to go up or down. They probably weren't going to go further down the table.
But from 5th to 1st, losing only 2 games so far one game this season in a draw?
They were just going to incrementally improve every year? They'd go 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st? That's not how it happens. This shit happens.
They didn't add anybody. They didn't add that many players.
But
I'm trying to understand.
The players are young. Again, we have this like the second youngest team in the league.
I don't know how Ethan's sitting here and defending this.
Because I'm a fucking football guy, Maresh. I know these things. And listen,
he's a
you're
ball head.
sitting there struggling in mediocrity. The only hope you could have is, as a fan, is that they're improving. And yeah, it seems like they improved. I don't think that's that crazy. And when you're a Big Six club and should be spending money, which Arsenal historically haven't done a great job of, you would hope they would win. I mean, when you're spending 50 million pounds on Ben White, I would hope you're going to improve. Like, if you're spending that much on defenders and stuff, which has always been Arsenal's problem, or not always, but for the past half decade, like when they were employing David Luiz, they've had some pretty shambolic back lines.
Socrates and like
they've had some pretty shambolic back lines. So when they spend as much as
Hector
they did on the defense, you would hope.
Mustafi had some really bad days.
That's what I'm saying. So they addressed the problems. They stuck by their manager, gave him time to, because lest we forget, a lot of Arsenal fans were very Arteta out to start. Very Arteta.
Oh, including their biggest fan, who's now calling him a tactical genius.
Yeah.
He sold. Do you see this week that they found the Arteta out shirts that he sold on the Barstool store?
It's not like that's not like a secret in any way. Like everyone knew that. Everyone who followed Troops knew that he sold those shirts. He's very Arteta out of this. I think
it's funny.
It's not like, oh, you exposed him. He's like,
listen, say what you want about Ethan Camps, but
mind.
he never said Potter out at his lowest low.
I have never
because honestly, I feel like
he Potter out. My cousin one time did debate me
words.
after like it was like Chelsea
he
just lost in the.
Yeah, what did it debate?
He fucking debated me. Listen, you've never heard that? Maybe I'm too young for you fellas. I don't know, but
debated me.
Debated. That's you've never heard that? Debated? No.
I've heard baited.
All right. Well, either way,
anyway,
after Chelsea lost in a landslide game against City in the League Cup, I think it was. He texted me Potter out ? And I just said, "Yep." So I haven't actually said the words Potter out.
We have a very suspicious text.
Listen, if I had anything to hide here, James, I wouldn't have said that. I would have kept that under wraps. I'm an open book here. Here I am saying, Potter in, hold up, let him cook. See you guys next year. Actually, not even see you guys next year. I've been starting to think, why not us to win a Champions League this year?
Oh, God damn it.
Why not us? Dortmund's not that hard of a draw.
Bro, Fulham is not. Fulham in the league is not that hard of a draw, bro.
That is such a different scenario, though. That's a team down the fucking road from us who had won 3 straight coming out of the break versus a poor form team. Listen, we're going to pick up form at some point, and the world better hope it's after we play Dortmund. Because if we come into the Dortmund tie with momentum and we start picking up steam in the Champions League, look out. Because historically, when we manage mid-season, that is the only time we've won Champions Leagues. So
got it. So then, I get the Fulham one because they're down the road, but was Brighton away then a tougher draw than Dortmund?
Like, what are we going to sit here and act like teams who have lost games? Like, Chelsea finished 6th or 7th in the league when they won in 2012. League position has nothing to do with winning the Champions League.
I was just asking a question, brother.
Those do not matter when we're talking about the current Champions League year. Maybe next year, maybe qualification for next year, but no, I don't think it matters that much. Also, different.
I think you're only the only think your only ticket to the table right now is by winning it. So hopefully you win it, so you can continue to play Champions League.
That's how we made it in 2012. Pushed Arsenal or Spurs right out. Suckers.
So speaking of hole up, let him cook. it's been another active week in the January window. Arsenal
Yeah, we
adds
do have 2 more games.
what games?
That-
Spurs
that-
just won.
I mean, yeah, Spurs won, and then there was the Bees Leeds tie. Shout out John Rich. I told draw or win. But yeah,
Brentford.
Spurs. Fuck the Spurs. Harry Kane being a twat.
Whatever. Who'd they beat?
They beat Fulham.
Fulham.
Tough in the league.
Yeah.
As we're saying.
Doesn't. I don't know.
They were
I
due
don't
to
give a
they
fuck.
were due to drop
Do you
drop
see-
points at some point. Well,
So, do you see that Harry Kane? And I'm not in the camp that. So let's. Yeah, I'm not in the camp that I want him at United because he's a 30-year-old striker. Like I'm not here sitting
outrageous,
the fucking.
outrageous, Maresh. Outrageous.
I'm not sitting here saying I want him.
That's outrageous.
When have I ever said? When have I said that?
No, outrageous that you're saying you don't want him.
You're saying
Like that's outrageous.
I'd rather take.
Well, Leghorst, you'd
Victor?
rather sign the full deal, get him in
No.
permanently.
No, Victor Osimhen. I'd rather
But
him.
like, what do you like? I don't know, Maresh. Maybe this is just my point of view on it, but like,
Maybe if you
Hey,
didn't cut
you're
me off,
fucking-
I'd like go to tell you where I was going with this conversation,
because
talking
it's
about
outrageous
how.
to say you don't want Harry Kane. He's one of the fucking best goal scorers in the world. He is like,
I mean, I
if
say
United
no.
got Harry Kane, I'd be like, I'd actually like, I love to sit here and be like, oh, United are. I'd actually be like, oh wow, they might win the title if they got Harry Kane. I didn't feel that way when they got Ronaldo. If they got Harry Kane, I'd feel that way. Harry Kane,
I just don't think he's
in
worth the
one,
money
he's
at
a
his age.
creator, he's a finisher. He would be the best United striker since Root. Easily since Root. Maybe even better than Rooney, but
you're outvoted here, buddy.
Okay, I think he's quality. I just think for the wages we would have to pay him and how much we're gonna have to pay.
No,
a
I'm with
fee,
Maresh. I mean, I'm saying Ethan's outvoted.
I don't think he's worth coming at this point. But
Hell
where I
no.
was going, where I was going with this was that
He's
he
like
is
Maguire.
about to sign a new extension with Tottenham to cement his place in mediocrity for the entirety of his life.
I
That
did see
was where I
that.
was
But outrageous to say you don't want Harry Kane, Maresh. Outrageous to
Listen.
say you would rather have a.
If we're going to
unproven
spend
Premier
90
League
plus
striker
million
than
pounds,
highest Premier League goal scorers of all time. It's just crazy to me. In his prime, too.
If we're-
like you say, 30 years
if-
old, but that's like literally your athletic prime.
bro,
Well,
when you get to like 28, I want you to
I don't
hit me
know,
up and tell me that
Victor
you're in your athletic prime.
Okay, yeah.
I get the grown men who train their whole fucking life.
Yeah.
I just think that's
You're fucking
I just think that's a
20 years
ludicrous
to
thing
play
for you to
football
say.
every day of his life,
Ethan's gonna be
Maresh.
hard
You're
body.
gonna be in prime.
Yes, I get that comment, but I just hope I just want to make sure you don't think that there's like a really good athletic year for
Listen,
you
Maresh.
coming.
There was never
Because I see you walk down the street and I'm scared
I'm
for
not
you.
sitting here holding out for second wind. I'm telling you that Harry Kane right now, regardless of age, is still going to give you a good 3 to 4 years, and in that time, you could win.
I would just rather build with a
Guys
younger
are retiring younger and younger, though. You never know.
But that was one of the big pieces of transfer news this week. That he could be on the market come the summertime, and I don't know. There's all these rumors and shit. But what we can talk about is what's actually happened in the window so far, right?
Yes.
This week,
We can.
Arsenal add Trossard, and I believe Ethan, you were going in on that earlier.
No,
They
I
also
just mentioned
signed
250
Jacob Kiwior.
250,000
seen it.
pounds a week is a lot of money to be paying Leandro Trossard, who's not even going to get into your team.
We pay that to Eddie Nketiah, and he's not our main striker. So.
He just scored 2 goals against
I
third
mean, who
place
cares?
Manchester
It's not my money. If you want, it's not my money.
No, I'm just saying it's
I'm going to use
outrageous.
your argument.
You know what? I'm sick and tired of this. It's not my money bullshit because the money
That's
that
what
your
Ethan's
fucking
saying.
that your fucking owner is spending is going to impact
He should
you.
spend more money.
Yeah,
He
get in
hasn't-
trouble.
they've been-
Get in
Do
trouble
it. I
again.
don't care.
I would love to see a
He's
transfer
not-
ban
The
again.
only trouble he's going to get in is because they go back and change the rules on him. Todd Bowley is so ahead of the game in these signings. He's signing guys to like baseball contracts.
We're
He's
talking
signing them
about
to
Todd, huh?
long-term deals with like team options.
Oh yeah, they're trying to. Did you see they're trying to
the
change
financial
the
fair play has
max
no idea what to
contract?
do with it. They're like, oh my god. So
Like
realistically,
because they're doing 7.5.
he's a
here.
revolutionary, Todd Bowley. He's changing the game of
They wanna
football
make it-
as it is.
How did
They
you
want to
feel
max
about
it out at 6, and they're
Hmm.
like, well, they can't even change it until at least like next summer, and we'll have a fucking completely
Listen,
rebuilt by
They'll
then.
do anything.
So
They
too
will
late.
do
Too late.
to try to tear down this footballing establishment. So it does not.
how did you
Chelsea's.
how'd you feel when he did this exact same thing with the Dodgers and he bought them a championship? I'm sure you were pretty happy about that. As a Mets fan.
Los
I mean, the
Dodgers.
Mets weren't in contention at that point. When did they win?
They never
Last
really
year,
are.
2020. I mean, the Mets were good in 2019 a little bit, I guess.
Mickey
Went on a
Mouse.
20-game win streak. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh wait, are we calling 2020 championships Mickey Mouse?
Well, yeah, the Lakers one definitely is.
I see where you're going with this, Maresh, and I regret to inform you that we won in 2021. So thank you very much.
Europe held on to that. Europe held on to the COVID restrictions for a really long
were there
time.
fans?
There were
Were there
at the Champions League.
Ooh.
like the entire lead up though, like their
Like,
entire
lead up, like all the games.
because I just want to make sure if we're gonna call the Dodgers to win Mickey Mouse, I just want to make sure that other people that went through
the Dodgers played a 60 games or 30 game season. Chelsea played an entire 80 games in a calendar year. You idiot! What are you even talking about? This is so dumb. I can't believe I'm even sitting here having to listen to this. Oh, is the Dodgers Mickey Mouse? Yeah, they played 30 games and had a 16-team playoff, Maresh. It's fucking baseball. There's usually only 4 teams and they play 162 games. It's completely different.
Listen, I just want to make sure I understood things.
I don't know, man. I think I'm with Maresh on this one, man.
I just if we're throwing out Mickey Mouse to
got a
LeBron
point.
and the Dodgers, I just want to make sure that it spreads around the world.
Jealousy does
Okay, that's
not
it.
look good on either of you fellas.
Listen, I'm not jealous of any Mickey Mouse business.
No Mickey Mouse
I'm
involved. in the
no
world of
friend of the
football.
mouse.
Still got to travel across Europe. They played in a bubble in baseball. I don't want to hear it. It's not.
Last time I
concerned.
Last time I checked, there is a Disneyland in Paris. So the magic of Mickey Mouse.
Well, good
quite
thing they
certainly
won the
exists
Champions League in Porto.
I don't know. I'm just letting you know. But yeah, so Trossard, and then what's your scouting report on this Polish fella that you signed?
So I haven't heard much about this Polish fella. I do know he plays I think he played at Spezia in the Italian league.
He looks like a slide tackle merchant.
He does look like a very lanky fella. I believe he's pretty young now, like at least younger 20s. I mean, we do kind of need more rotational players in the defense. I hope he can play in a fullback position, but that's kind of why we need some more cover right now. But yeah, I would definitely like center back coverage as well, especially as we get into Europa League games. But we have
an ounce of you ever think that Camavinga was actually coming?
No.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure because I was getting a lot of texts about that.
I don't think it's that crazy to think he was going to Arsenal.
It's not like crazy, but
he's leaving Real Madrid. He wanted Real Madrid.
I don't think anything's happening until that thing's happening.
Sit on the bench, be like a fucking 60th minute sub every game now.
Well, Ancelotti already said that he knows that he needs to make
go
the
do
meeting.
what Kovacic did and earn your spot on a fucking team and get fucking a real wage and play every day. Like
Modric is gone at the end of the season. He's in the squad next year. Every game.
I guess it's this isolated situation, but I get like thinking, yeah, he would want to come to Arsenal. That's not that crazy.
There's no French other
The reason
French
I would
players
think
on the
it
Arsenal
wouldn't
team.
work
It's
is
not.
because of
Saliba.
I feel like Arsenal has depth in the center of the park.
But that's where I think they need a little bit more depth. Who replaces Odegaard if he goes down or needs a rest?
I mean, in an ideal case,
Odegaard plays what can. They could fucking slide.
they do put
ESR
Eddie there, but like,
What about
they
Xhaka? Who replaces
I
Xhaka?
was talking to Emil, dude, like fucking Sambi Lakonga. I have no
Mohamed
idea.
El Neni, please.
I know, but like, I wouldn't play him for a full game.
I wouldn't really play him, but that's what I'm surprised
I
they
don't
haven't
want
made.
to
I'm
play
surprised
him.
they haven't made a move for a central midfielder, someone who can play any of those positions.
I mean, because we're trying to get, like, I thought we were trying to get Yori or like a.
I know those have kind of
like
died down.
someone serious.
I've heard. I mean, I've
Yeah,
heard Declan
I
Rice,
don't
but
think it's happening right now.
Daddy
I thought,
Bully's all over that Declan Rice move in the summer. You know, Daddy Bully
yeah.
licking his chops.
No, I don't think we're. I
That's
don't
not
think
even
we're
a
ever getting
daddy
Declan.
bully thing. Declan Rice to Chelsea. That's just like some weird perversion that Chelsea fans have. Is getting Declan Rice. I personally, this might be a take. I'm not about it.
Oh,
I don't really rate him.
I'm not the
He's
biggest
helping
Declan
West
Rice.
Ham get relegated.
Yeah, exactly. They're in a relegation battle right now, and he's their best player. Congrats.
Oh no! Here comes James trying to defend Declan.
no,
Rice.
I was just trying to remember who what the loan squad is looking like. Do you have any big loan signings that are going to come back in the next year? Like some young boys that we should look at? Because I'm excited to look at Charlie Patino, see if he can slide into our.
Oh, we've
midfield
got
too.
Amad Diallo who's lighting up the championship.
I did see that.
We got Hannibal
What team's
over
he
at Birmingham.
I watched.
He's at
Hannibal
Sunderland.
the other day.
Charlie's at Blackpool.
Hannibal's at Birmingham. He looks pretty solid playing with Troy Deeney.
I watched them play the other day
and
in the FA Cup.
they
Or
played
the
well,
Champions.
right? Didn't he? I can't
I
remember which
watched
game it
them. I bet
was.
it. That's the only reason I watched. But
And then Ahmad has been lighting up at Sunderland, like scoring worldies. But
That's
he's
cool.
small, so I don't know how it'll translate. We'll see.
Yeah, he's banging in goals over there in France. And I don't know. I think I heard Pepe was doing pretty decent. And then early in the season, Nuno Tavares was going crazy for Marseille, like scoring a lot of goals. It's like a wing back.
yeah, God
So I have no idea what's over there.
God knows what
He should be gone, honestly, and Sambi should be gone. We just need I mean, I don't know why El Neni's still here, but I think he's gonna like transition into like an academy kids training type role, like a lot of our ex players have done. He went through a coach training course through UEFA at one point, like under Arteta's direction. Et cetera, et cetera, et
Speaking
cetera.
of boys on loan, I have actually seen at least one Twitter account, CFC Dubois, which is one of the bigger Chelsea accounts. I think it was him coming out and almost petitioning for a certain bald man to come back from loan
I saw this.
and play center forward. Big Rom.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
Listen, I mean, we paid fucking 90 million or however much we paid for him. Might as well let him stretch the legs and get some fucking minutes. I'm sure he's better than Aubameyang and Havertz.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I mean, Conte coming back in the squad. You got Mudryk.
I don't want to get too ahead of myself here.
You're gonna
But
get.
this
You got
league
Badia
is in some
Shield.
fucking
You got.
I mean, he's got Nkunku coming back soon. Like in the,
Well, he's
or
coming for
soon
good. He's
in
not
the
coming
summer.
back. He's coming for
I know,
his.
yeah,
He's
you know
coming
what I'm
for his shift. I mean, yeah, I'd bring
He's coming for
Lukaku.
a
Give
sentence.
Lukaku a couple months of kicking it around. Like you said, it can't be bad.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
How long
Play
is
play
Lukaku's
Havertz in his
remaining
real
contract?
position.
Not well. The cam position for Chelsea Football Club is very up in the air right now. Hopefully, Mason Mount can find out how to play soccer again.
Ooh, he's
had a bad couple
rough
of weeks.
lately. Yeah.
That's coming from a Mason Mount supporter and stan, arguably, in myself.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you saw clips. Speaking of Chelsea again, John Terry was in the away end this weekend, sitting with the Chelsea fans, having a right old time, singing his own name song, like the songs about him. Just an electric man. One of the best to ever do it.
Nice. Well, do we have time? Okay. Do we want to do flops? Talk about any flops, or do we want to just kind of review some of the games from next week and call it
let's
a
just
day,
review some
fellas?
stuff. Don't want to do too long of one.
I gave my flop last.
But just looking at the
so-
team sheet, for the Gunners, we got Tierney. I
You
mean,
think he's
he
been a
needs to
flop?
start. He needs to start playing. No, I'm saying I just think he needs to start playing. I'm looking at the
Yeah.
squad depth as you were talking about earlier. And then Zinchenko, I want to see him slide into a more midfield role. Like we keep playing him on left back, and I think if like Xhaka goes down, he is one of the guys that could step into that role. I
Yeah.
think Zinchenko could do that job.
Okay.
I think he has. Maybe he might have played that role once in like one Arsenal game. It was like him
Yeah.
and Partey.
Well,
But yeah, let's do a little look ahead, Z.
what's
Also, Mirage, speaking of draws, didn't you draw? Do you have Barcelona?
Yeah,
in
we got
Europa League?
Barcelona in the knockout rounds, but those will be in February.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, "Ooh, man, that's a rough one."
No,
Yeah, what? I
I
mean,
mean, it is
they got to play us without
very
Messi this
short.
time. We'll see how this one goes.
I've said it on this program before. Barcelona is more or less a Premier League, not reject team, but it's just like a mosh posh of like all these ex Premier League players who have been sold to these
Mosh
Spanish
posh.
fans as like, you know, it's sickening to like think of Barcelona of old, of like Roberto Carlos, Ronaldinho, and then you go to like, you look now and it's like Marcus Alonso and Rafinha and Christians.
Used to be Aubameyang and
Memphis was there.
I'll give them that, but boy, oh boy.
Hector
Yeah.
was there, dude. Is Hector still playing?
No, I think
He's
Bellerin
gotta
is
be.
somewhere else in Spain.
Yeah, but this
I mean,
week
he was somewhere else, but then they sold him there.
this week in matches, United play Nottingham Forest in the first round of the Carabao Cup. What's the other match for the Carabao Cup?
Oh no, he does still.
You guys know?
Barcelona. Look at that.
Yeah, I got it right here. So you're playing Nottingham Forest, and the other match is Newcastle Southampton.
Got it. Yes, and Southampton have
So
actually played well. They
Southampton's
knocked
at home,
they knocked
and then
out
you
City
guys
at
are going
home.
to flip and play next.
Oh,
Tuesday.
Southampton are fucking bad, man. I don't care
They
what
beat
you
City.
say. They get bailed out by James Ward-Prowse every week. They're fucking bad, man. They are bad. That team is
He's two free kicks away from being the Premier League
Being
all
goat.
time.
Yeah.
No, but
Um,
Southampton is bad.
Yeah. Well, so those games will be Southampton, Newcastle's going to be on tomorrow, which is when the show will come out, and then Nottingham Forest United will be on Wednesday. And then fast forward to Friday.
I'm taking Newcastle, and I'm taking you boys.
Yeah, I think United should take care of it. They're not letting Dean Henderson play. People are like, "Oh, it's such a soft move." Why? That's just called strategy. That's why you loan out players within your league.
I mean, that's a low
within your
rule
tournament.
forever.
Yeah, I mean, people are like, "Oh,
It's like an
soft."
option of the team. Yeah.
Throw 2014 Champions League semifinals. Thibaut Courtois couldn't play against Chelsea because he was on loan to Atletico Madrid. But what do I
Mhm.
know?
That was a big one.
Well, it was.
And then-
because, I don't get me started.
Yeah,
No, I
so
know it
those will be our
I'm
those will be our
agreeing with you.
midday.
He was really good that year.
No, I'm saying don't get me started on
Okay.
on that Chelsea team. One of my favorite Chelsea teams of all time.
Okay.
Those will be the midweek games, and then fast forward to the weekend starting on Friday. We'll have a 3 p.m.
Ooh.
fixture to get us into the weekend. We'll have the first City
Ooh.
Arsenal sighting of the season. It'll be another test for the champions. It will not affect their Premier League ranking, but it will decide whether or not they are able to win their coveted tin pot that they seem to boast and brag about winning the most
That's our
of.
shit. We just
So
don't
that
let
will be-
Spurs get it. That's all you got to do.
You know what? If you're Mikel Arteta and you see this fixture on there, and you know if you get out of the FA Cup, it's one less run of games you got to play. Is it the worst thing for your title chances?
No, I think
not
it's
at
a
all.
big spot too for Arsenal to give guys rest and not give them a look they're going to see in the other two games. They don't want to.
Mhm.
They don't want to give. It's no different than playing an NFL team in the preseason, in my opinion. Or like you gotta not like you can't the team that you play week 1. You can't give them.
Definitely going to be higher energy than a preseason game.
It was an example, obviously.
No, I know what you're saying.
No,
Yeah, I think it's either going to be like a, I want to prove that we can beat these guys, or it's either going to be like a let's just rest, let's put in a B shift, and get out of here.
I think that would be a checkers move, and this is a chess game, Maresh.
We'll see what happens. That'll be Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Early prediction, James. What are you going to give your Gunners?
I don't like how you said that. That sounded weird coming out of your mouth.
Gunners.
That wasn't an invite to repeat it, my friend.
Gunners.
Anyway, I don't know. That's a good question. It is at Man City. I mean, I do think they're gonna have the better of us, especially if we play anything like we just played against you lot. They're gonna be much more clinical and take advantage of the space rather than wild like horse up there. But
yeah, we'll see what they're able to do. It'll be an interesting one for sure. Then we have the rest of the fixtures on January. Man U plays Reading. I think Chelsea are already out of this competition.
Yes.
That wasn't a dig. That was
no,
just,
they are.
Trying to remember.
They are out of both cup competitions.
Great. So
that's about it. I mean, Tottenham plays Preston. Who fucking cares?
And Poole play Brighton.
Okay, that one's kind of decent.
All the more reason for Chelsea to win the Champions League. I don't know.
Oh, one to keep your eye on though: Wrexham versus Sheffield United to see if Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney's team can make it through another round.
Squad, no.
Yeah, Sheffield, but aren't they playing top of the league? Isn't
no?
That
Yeah.
Vincent
No,
Kompany's
I was
squad?
just their championship.
Yeah, they're coached by Vincent Kompany.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, that rounds out everything for this week. Other than this football,
do you have any other sport rewind or anything else? I mean, I have something I want to ask.
Went to the Drake show.
Yeah, you bastard.
How was that?
It's pretty crazy.
Is it true? I saw a set list floating around online.
He did 41. He did
40.
He did 40. Bro, it was like an hour and a half to 2 hours. He had 2 intermissions.
Okay.
It wasn't like a play intermission where you like leave your seats or anything, but it was nuts.
He just needed a breather.
Yeah, bro. It was
like
wild. Everything was free.
Okay.
Like they gave us everyone a free t-shirt, and then like all the drinks were free. It was pretty wild. Yeah, it was a cool night. And it was in Harlem. I went to Red Rooster for some fried chicken beforehand. Shit is gas. And then I watched.
I'd rather hear about the concert though.
My favorite food.
I mean, yeah, 41 songs. What can I say? He did like all the classics, like songs you'll never hear him do again, like Trust Issues. He did Open with Over My Dead Body. He did like Over, Headlines, like songs I never thought I'd hear again. And Marvin's Room.
Crazy.
As well. But yeah, all right.
Fuck the Giants.
They didn't even, they lost 38-7.
I thought that was like your big clap right there. I thought that was I was trying to get the last word off.
Yeah, but then you said that, and then I'm gonna have to say, where were you? Where were you? Your mighty. The team that was there to represent you got clapped by my Bengals.
Resh, you don't want to get into this argument right now because I have been getting into this argument all weekend. I have way too much ammunition to fire back.
All right. Well, we'll save it for another
over
time.
the loud horn as like your army's approaching, and I'm like, put down your weapons. It is not worth it. We will trample you. That's me right now, Marash.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week. Peace.
I'm here with 2 former legends.
Where's the bloke? It's half time. We talk to a bloke about football. Where's the bloke?